It's almost like two cultures. You see two different colored horses in two different, and you know how almost like kind of Native American like, or two cultures kind of fighting together.
Well, actually, the men too are actually different colors. This guy right here is yellow, and he's also much thicker, which I'm not sure what that could represent. But, and then this man here is gray, and he's also bent over, so that could indicate like he's the one who lost or the one who's injured.
It's interesting the colors between the two because I don't know if that's just like supposed to be a saddle part or something, but it kind of looks like the colors of a conflict, you know, because you have the red right in the middle, and that could be more symbolic than actual.
This right here, like it looks like their heads are all kind of pointing down, kind of like a map. Like if you look at it, they're like looking almost, and you're like, where's everybody going kind of thing. Like they're lost. So like confusion definitely with all the colors and everything thrown in there. It's just like, you know, you can hardly make out the bodies. So
the way it's painted too
right.
would like lead to confusion. Like the green is like splattered on, and it's not really like straight strokes. It's more just like kind of random, and you can see it's definitely blotching, which would add to the confusion. And like the dripping paint up on top, and then also like the green and the kind of banner thing could all lead to that feeling.
Anything that you can think of that relates to your own experience?
Sometimes you can be in like your house when you don't want to be in it, and it kind of remind me of when me and my sister fight, and my mom make us be together so we can get to know each other and stuff like that.
You know, sometimes if your parents fight, kids often get caught being tools for their parents. Like I know sometimes if my mom and dad want to prove a point, they use my brother and I and say, Jesse does this, Greg doesn't do this. This is obviously where you lack in your parenting. You've taught your child this. And so I can relate to how the horses, kind of their expression in this.
My family fights a lot. We have the two distinct halves, the moms and the grandmoms, and a lot of times it's the grandkids that get shoved in the middle, get passed off from side to side, and really just get thrown together because of the big conflict, and it's really hard.
Look at the expression on the old man's face, and then look at the expression on the little girl's face. And think about connections you can make to the feelings that you perceive them to have. What do you think, Tashiana?
The way that the girl is reaching for the wood, it's like if you're reaching for something that you really want and you need, but something is keeping you from getting it, and sometimes it can be tiring, but you know that you want it, so you become a perseverer and keep trying for it. I feel that way like a lot of times because in my school it feels like it's competition, but it really doesn't have to be. And I know that if I try my best and if I try to get something, then I know I can achieve it.
I think it's kind of showing like the way the old man's carrying so much, and then the little girl, she's just like, even though she's more capable of doing that because he's so wilted and older, and then she's just like in the fields like doing whatever she wants, and she's just holding flowers. I think it kind of shows that like now like people are taking advantage, because like with your parents, you know, you'd be more capable of doing these things, but instead you let them do it. Like if you let your parents shovel the snow, even though you know you could do it a lot easier, it's kind of showing that he's having to carry all that and she's just carrying flowers, that it's like you should balance it out more.
It looks like the old man's looking ahead, like, when is this going to be over? And the little girl is just like having a good time. My sister's a lot older than me, so 5 years. So usually when we go to some places, like the beach, she'll be just like sunbathing and I'll be in the water, and she'll just be like, when is this going to be over?
And it shows that kids these days are kind of spoiled, like they're capable of doing things, but then like they just choose not to, sort of, so they're kind of like lazy a little bit.
All right, and especially considering this was painted well over 100 years ago.
Yeah.
So